Hey yogis, and welcome to day 4 of our 7-day yoga challenge. I'm Kate, and welcome back. I'm so glad that you're practicing with me again today. We're going to work on some core exercises sprinkled into our vinyasa practice today. We started with the ground, we're working our way up, so we're back to our center now. So find a couple of blocks if you want them, just in case. Find a quiet spot, roll out your mat, and I'll see you in a few. All right, yogis, so we're going to start on our back, so go ahead and lay down. And once you get on the ground, you're going to keep your feet on the mat, knees bent, let your arms rest by your sides, palms up or down, whatever works for you. Close your eyes for a couple of breaths. It may have taken a gargantuan effort to get here today, so just take a couple of breaths. Start to settle. Your body's here on your mat, but maybe your mind is 20 minutes ago. See if you can encourage your mind to join you here. And as you relax into the floor, slide your awareness to your breath. And just take a minute to check in before we start the work. See how you're feeling today. All right, so let's get to it. So you're going to stay here for a moment with your feet flat on the mat. You can even keep your eyes closed and just listen. You're going to bring your hands to your stomach for just a second here and just feel your abdominal muscles hug in. And from there, you're going to start to feel the low back press gently into the floor. So you've got that connection with your low back and the floor, belly's engaged, almost like your navel is drawing in and then up toward your chin. It's a lovely thought. All right, and then you're going to soften that for a second and let it go. All right, bring your arms to your sides. And we're just gonna do a couple of rounds of cat and cow here, right? So when you inhale, you're gonna arch your back, feel your low back lift away from the floor, which is the antithesis of what we were looking for a second ago. And when you exhale, you're gonna start to curl your tailbone toward your heels, pull your belly button in and press the center of your low back into the mat. Inhale and arch, feel your pelvis tilt. And exhale and round. And just keep moving like this at the pace of your breath. And you can notice that, give yourself a little bit of a massage here as you work. We're gonna go for one more round. Nice full breath in. And take a deep breath out. And really dramatize that scooped belly. Yeah. And then release that. All right, so you're gonna come back to your neutral spine for a moment and once again, pull your low belly in and feel your back body kind of peg down to the floor. And you're gonna lift your feet up, keeping that connection with your core, with the back of the mat, and bring your hands to your thighs. Take a breath in, and when you exhale, you're gonna squeeze your knees in, but use your hands to resist. Inhale, relax that. Exhale and squeeze. And we're gonna do this a few rounds. If you wanna make it a little bit harder on yourself, you can always take the knees a little farther out so they're perpendicular to the floor. It's a slightly more gentle variation when you've got the knees drawn in a little closer. So those are just little modifications that you can make. Squeeze on your exhale. And keep it going. 2 more. And squeeze. And release. Last one, squeeze it in. And when you inhale, drop your feet to the mat. Take a second here. You can maybe windshield wiper your feet side to side. Hopefully that wasn't too tense on your low back. If it felt a little taxing, then bring your knees a little bit closer. We're gonna do it for another round, but add a little spice to it, okay? So again, lift your feet. You can hold your knees a little closer in or keep them out. It's up to you. Take a breath in. And when you exhale, both knees are gonna squeeze in. Inhale, stretch your left leg out. Left hand comes to the right thigh. Exhale, squeeze the right thigh in. Inhale, switch legs, both hands to the left thigh. As you exhale, squeeze. Inhale, right knee comes in. As you exhale, both knees squeeze. Left leg out. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Switch. And squeeze. Both legs in. And squeeze. Left leg out. And squeeze. And switch. And squeeze. Both legs in. And squeeze. We're gonna do one more. Left leg goes out. Push and squeeze. Switch on your inhale. And squeeze. Both legs in. And squeeze. And then drop your feet to the mat. Arms out to the sides, palms face up. Drop your knees over to the right. Take your gaze to the left. Inhale up through the middle. As you exhale, drop your knees to the left, slide your gaze to the right. All right, and then back up through center. Hug your knees in, take them wide. Then grab the backs of your thighs. You're just gonna roll up a couple of times. You can be playful with it a little bit. It might take a couple times to come all the way up. Cross your legs in front, roll over your knees, plant your hands, and find a table pose. And we're gonna roll through a couple of rounds of cat and cow here in your table so you can start to stretch out those core muscles that we just worked. And this may be your 4th time practicing with me. Hopefully not your first, but that's okay too. So you know that when we're here and throughout the entire practice, if there's a way that you need to move differently from the way that I'm saying it, if it feels better differently in your body, then please listen to what your body is trying to tell you. So if you need to move here in any other direction, please do. And one more, round your spine. And then inhale, stretch your chest forward, walk your hands forward. When you exhale, tuck your toes, downward facing dog, slide your hips up, pull them back. And take a minute here, let your hips sway a little bit side to side. You can pedal out your feet. Yes. All right, and then drop your knees to the mat. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Take your right leg, stretch it back, pull your belly in, keep that connection with your core. So you don't want to sag here, but stay strong. And then take the left arm and stretch it straight out in front. Inhale, and when you exhale, elbow to knee, you're gonna round in and give a little tap. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round it in and tap. One more, reach it out. And give a tap. Okay, gonna reach it out from here. When you exhale, open your toes to the right. You're gonna kick your leg out to the right and sweep your arm out to the left. Little scissor action. Inhale, back through the middle. Exhale, open and scissor. One more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open, scissor it out. Inhale, reach. As you exhale, left hand's gonna come down to the mat. Tuck your right or your left toes under if they're not already. Lift up and stretch back. Down dog split. Press up and back through your right heel. Sink the left heel a little bit deeper toward the mat. And then bend your right knee. Stack your hip open. Take a second here. Shoulders square. Keep that left shoulder from dipping, right? All right, and then square it off. Gaze forward. Curl your knee into your nose. Round your upper back and step forward. So I need to shift a little bit over to the left side because I need to give myself some space. So if you need to lift your right hand up to make room for your right leg to come through, that's cool. If you need to hold on to it and pull it through, that's cool too. Drop your back knee, sweep your arms up, inhale. And then exhale, take your hands to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. And inhale, float forward into your plank. Shoulders over your wrists. All right, keep your belly strong. You're gonna lower your left knee, tap it to the mat, and then lift back up. Lower the right knee, and lift, lower, and lift, just going side to side, right down, and up, left, and up, and right, and up. Keep your belly strong. One more to the left, and lift. One more to the right, and lift. Downward facing dog. Press the four corners of your palms to the mat. Slide your hips up and back. Take a deep breath here. And when you exhale, drop your knees to the mat. Come back to your table. Okay, left leg sweeps back behind you. Don't sink into your low back, right? Press into the floor with your hands. Pull your belly in. Take your right arm, reach it forward. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee, round it in. Inhale, kick it out. Exhale, pull it in. And one more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull it in. Okay, find that extension. This time you're gonna open out to the side as you exhale, sweep your leg to the left, arm to the right. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, open and squeeze. One more. Sweep and open and squeeze. All right, take it back. Right hand down, right toes tuck, up and back. Down dog split. Inhale. When you exhale, bend your knee, stack and open. Try to keep your right shoulder from collapsing down. We're trying to keep things steady here. Okay, and then stretch that left leg out. Inhale. And when you exhale, step it up between your thumbs. Drop your back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, full breath here. Exhale, both hands to the floor. Lift your back knee, step back into plank. All right, now we're gonna lower both knees. Here we go. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. And lift. Keep going. Lower. You got this. And lift. And lower. And lift. Two more. Lower. And lift. Last one. Lower. And lift. Oh, downward facing dog. Pull those hips high. Oh, gaze forward. And walk. If you feel like hopping, you can hop it to top of the mat, Uttanasana. Fold it out. Take a second here if you want to bop a little side to side. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen. Exhale and fold. Present of the floor. Rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale. Exhale, hands down through prayer. Okay? Inhale, come out and up. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, lengthen, and downward facing dog. Step it back. All right, inhale, float that right leg up, reach it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee to nose, round, pull it in. One more, up and back, inhale. Knee to nose, round it in. Keep that knee hugged in. Keep the upper back doming toward the ceiling and shift your weight forward. So we're in a three-legged plank. See if you can keep that press of the floor. Keep the knee tucked tight in and just swing your right foot up. Here we go. Inhale, come up now, crescent lunge. Shoulders soft, but feet rooted, legs strong. And reach back up. Inhale. When you exhale, and take the hands down to the mat, step it back into plank, and then lower onto your right forearm, lower onto your left forearm, and we're gonna hang here in a forearm plank. If you wanna juice it up, you can press into your forearms, slide your feet back. So now we're working in a longer version of the pose here. It's lovely. Take a breath in. Then you're gonna walk your feet in, finding a little baby dolphin. Keep the knees super soft, and then press into the left hand, press into the right hand. Downward facing dog, squeegee your feet back if you need it. Inhale, take your left leg up, reach it back. Exhale, knee to nose, round in. Inhale, up and back. Knee to nose, pull it in. Up and back. All right, here we go. Knee to nose. Keep it drawn in tight. Shift forward. Upper back's gonna dome toward the ceiling. Press the floor away and step that left foot up. That's harder than it looks, right? All right, press into both feet. Inhale, come up, crescent lunge. Soften your shoulders. And even though we're here and we're upright and you might not be thinking about it, you want to keep this low belly drawing in and up, so there's a little bit of fire in your core. Nearly every pose can be a part of a core practice, right? Because you're always using your core for stability and steadiness. So inhale. Exhale, take your hands to the mat and step forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale, sweep your arms forward into Utkatasana, chair pose. And now you're gonna take your feet and widen them out. So we're in a wide-legged chair, toes open, sink your hips even deeper. Butt moves back, chest stays lifted, inhale. Exhale, slowly lower it down. Coming through a squat. Ooh, adjust how you need to. If you want a blanket under your heels, a block under your butt. Take a breath, inhale. And then arms come forward, butt moves back, planted on the ground. Find your Ardha Navasana. Your Navasana. We're gonna come into a boat with the knees bent, hands into prayer. Inhale, lower. Tap your right elbow to the mat. As you exhale, come up, tap your right elbow to your left knee. Inhale, lower, right elbow down. Exhale, tap it up, cross. And lower, and cross. Two more. Lower it down and cross. Last one. Lower it down and cross. Come back through the middle. We're gonna go right to the other side. I know it seems mean, but we're gonna do it. Left elbow taps and then cross over to the right knee. Inhale, lower. Exhale, cross and tap. And lower. And cross and tap. Two more. Lower it down, tap it over. Last one. Oh, and tap. All right, from here, hug your knees in. See if you can. Pull your heels close in, as close as you can. Gonna reach forward, dig your heels into the mat, and maybe you can shift forward, coming back into chair. If you want your hands, use your hands. We're gonna shift, come into your chair, inhale. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, downward facing dog. Float your right leg up, inhale. When you exhale, step it forward. We're gonna come into warrior two. Swivel it open, Vira two. All right, I'm gonna spin, so I'm not, I don't have my back to you. Okay. So now we're here in our warrior. Again, you can connect to your core, even though it's just our standard pose here, right? You're gonna flip that right palm, inhale. When you exhale, reach your right hand back, sweep your left arm forward, like we were doing a little twist tie with the arms. Inhale, up, use your core. Exhale, this time right arm reaches toward the left foot, left arm over your ear. Inhale, up. Moving from your center, exhale, reverse again. Inhale up, exhale, reverse it. Inhale up, exhale, squeeze and reach back. Inhale up, last little baby side angle, exhale. We're gonna hold here, roll this right side rib cage underneath. And then sweep your right arm alongside your ear. Sides of the body lift in toward each other. Straighten that right leg. A little unsupported Trikonasana. And then drop your right hand to the shin, the block, the floor. Take your left arm, reach it up, inhale. When you exhale, windmill your hands down to the mat, step it back into plank. All right, lower your left forearm, lower your right forearm, forearm plank. You can hover here, or you can slide yourself back. Work in a slightly longer variation. Try not to let your hips hammock or banana up, right? Find that place where you think they're about even and hold. If you need to lower your knees, it's no less work for your core. You can lower your knees. Then you're gonna walk your feet in, bend your knees, little baby dolphin, just enough to transition so you place your right hand on the mat, left hand on the mat, downward facing dog. All right? Okay. Inhale, take that left leg, sweep it up, stretch it back. Exhale, step it forward, coming into your warrior two. Windmill it up. Okay. We're just gonna rotisserie all day. All right, warrior two, low belly in and up, rib cage hugs in. I mean, not so much that you can't breathe, right? I mean, let's not go crazy. All right, flip your front palm, reach up, stretch back, and as you do, scissor that right arm toward your left knee. Move from your core. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Inhale up. Exhale, stretch it back. One more each side, inhale. And reach. Here we go, last round. And reverse your warrior. And then come up through your warrior two and find your unsupported side angle. Roll this right side rib cage back a little bit. Take your left arm alongside your ear. Straighten your left leg, little unsupported Trikonasana. That was a sneak attack. And then left hand down, right arm up. Inhale and exhale. Windmill your hands down to the floor. Step it back into plank. Full breath here. Hold it in. Press the floor away. Round your upper back. Almost like you could scoop out the front part of your body. Drag your heels of your hands toward your feet, feet toward the heels of your hands, like you could pull them in toward the center of your mat. Inhale. And when you exhale, downward facing dog, slide it back. Take your gaze forward, walk or hop, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Press into your feet. Come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale. And exhale, chair pose, sink. Nice soft shoulders. All right, you're gonna take your feet a little bit wider. Toes point out. Gonna sink your weight back. Back, 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 back. And then come all the way down. Find your little Malasana here. And then reach your arms forward. You can use your hands if you want. Take your weight back. And plop into your Navasana. Okay, this one's a toughie, but we're gonna do it anyway. Gonna bring your hands into temple so your last three fingers are interlaced, like Charlie's Angels style. Now you're gonna tip your hips over to the right. Your arms automatically kind of move to the left. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lower. And squeeze. We're gonna go for 5. If it feels awkward, that's because it is. 2 more. And squeeze. Last one. And squeeze. Through center. All right, this is the awkward side for me. So maybe that was your awkward side. Onto the outer left hip. Hands go to the right. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze. And lower. Told you it was awkward. And squeeze. 3 more. Oh, squeeze. 2 more. Last one. Back through the middle. Pull your knees in. Lift your chest. Drop your feet. Round yourself around. Give yourself a hug. Curl your chin into your chest. And then slowly start to round yourself up. You can use your hands to the back of your thighs. Lower yourself onto the mat, feet flat, arms alongside. Start to shuffle your shoulder blades in. Upper arms root into the floor. Center of the back of your head's going to stay pressing gently. Push into your feet. Lift your hips. And breathe here. If you want to start to take your arms underneath you, you can interlace your fingers, press your fists down, press the upper arms into the mat. Feel the center of the back of your head root down. Let your hips lift and your chest move toward your chin. Inhale. And exhale, release your hands and slowly, one vertebrae at a time, see if you can come down to the mat. And your pelvis is the last to hit the ground. Arms out to the sides, feet wide. Let your knees drop to the right. Take your gaze over to the left. And then up through center. Let your knees drop to the left. Take your gaze to the right. And back up through the middle. Hug both knees in. Take them wide. And as you draw your knees in, feel your tailbone lengthen again toward the floor. Shoulder blades tucked into the floor too. Feel the whole length of your spine start to iron out here. And then draw your knees together. Roll to your right side, and we're going to finish sitting up. So if you've got a cushion or a block or a blanket that you'd like to sit up on, that's cool. And any comfortable position, any comfortable seated position that works for you. Find your way there. Let your eyes slide closed. And feel your shoulders relax away from your earlobes. Feel the weight of your hands where they rest in your lap. Feel the muscles in your stomach soften. Even your sitting bones start to curl down to the floor. Feel the weight of your legs drop down. Everything has this grounding sensation of moving downward into the earth. And from that stability, lengthen from the tip of your tailbone up through the length of your spine, under the crown of your head. So you're not stuck down there, but lifting out of your roots, growing upward. Bring your palms together to Anjali Mudra and bow your head. And honor this, your 4th day of the yoga challenge. And honor that fire that you lit within inside. That Agni, right? That life force, that core work tends to fire up, right? So honor that courage and that strength, that fire. And may you carry that fire with you throughout the rest of your day. Thanks for spending it with me. I appreciate you being here. Look forward to day 5 tomorrow. Namaste.